So we know the issues, we know about energy, we know about the border, we know Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing. We know all that, we get all that. But why do this? Why do this here tonight with Legacy PAC? Because there's a whole lot of people who have the passion to save this country who need help getting off the ground.
The purpose of Legacy PAC is to save America. That's our mission. That's what we really want to do because America is worth saving.
I am by trade, I'm a cybersecurity engineer. Okay, so this is my first run in politics. We need more conservative Republicans standing up and fighting for the Constitution.
We're an America First PAC, and we want to promote and help our up-and-coming candidates, and we're going to be holding the line for President Trump.
I joined the Army at 17 years old. My first day at my first unit, which was 25th Infantry, was September 10th, 2001. So the next day was 9/11. And I spent about a total of a decade between Iraq and Afghanistan in country. So my country means everything to me. When I realized that if people like myself who don't want to be politicians don't start stepping up and taking these seats, that nothing's going to change, then I said, okay, I'll do it.
Who deserves to lead the people of this country more than those who serve this country? So I'm behind every one of them. So let's make sure we get more veterans into power. I'm all for it.
Remember why you're involved. We have to make sure people remain humble and not engage in self-glorification. You are here for one reason, and that is to save the country. Period. End of story.
And for those candidates who are looking uphill and wondering how, keep your head down, focus on the target, and outwork everybody. And I promise you, you're not gonna lose. You're either gonna win on election night or you change the game on election night. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Legacy PAC.
Thank you, Legacy PAC.
And Stan, where's Stan? Stan is with Veterans for Trump.
Thank you, Martha.
Thank you all. We're honored. I know there are so many organizations represented here today.
You're saying here too much, but you're going to do very well. And I just had somebody write down. First of all, James and Sarah Pritchard, thank you very much. Yes, great job. Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald with Veterans for Trump. I'm here with Michael Allers Jr., who's running for delegate in West Virginia. How are you, brother?
I'm doing all right, Stan. How are you?
All right. So, Michael, tell us a little bit about who you are and your background and why you're running.
Sure. Well, look, my name is Mike Allers Jr. I'm running for the House of Delegates in the 99th District in West Virginia. I'm an educator and conservative columnist, and I've seen firsthand what they're doing to our education system, and it's an outrage. And as a conservative columnist, you know, I'm able to promote my ideas and promote solutions, but I felt like in both fields, enough people weren't listening, or I wasn't doing enough for either the kids that I teach and the education system that I'm a part of. And a lot of the Republicans down in Charleston weren't clearly listening to my column. So I felt like it was time to put my hat forward, my hat in the ring, and jump in myself and challenge the establishment.
And clearly, with the research we've done in your state, the consensus is the incumbent is establishment. So
yes,
what will you do different than the incumbent delegate when you beat him in the primary as taking office? What will be your policies that you'll be working on?
Sure. Well, right now, look, the establishment is not about America first and does not put West Virginia first. For example, in my district, a lot of people are outraged over these solar panels that are completely ruining the rural beauty of my district, or what's left of it. And he pushed ahead, and he is in charge of an energy caucus and is basically implementing a Green New Deal in West Virginia. That's simply unacceptable. That's not what the voters want, and that's not putting West Virginia first or America first, especially when the solar panels are Chinese owned. So as a delegate, I'm going to fight for the citizens of my district, I'm going to fight for America First policies. That means not selling out to China. That means putting our kids first. That means reviewing the curriculum and getting rid of leftist policies. That means actually taking a stake in our kids' education and protecting the rights of parents. If you do all of that, if he did all of that, I wouldn't be challenging him, but that's not what's happening in my district. So I have to step up, and it's time that somebody with an America First, West Virginia First agenda steps forward.
Well, we do appreciate you stepping up. And I did want to ask you of national concern right now.
Sure.
And it's happening at both the state level and the federal level. The
Mm-hmm.
weaponization of our justice system against President Trump and conservatives. What are your
Mm-hmm.
thoughts on that as it relates to West Virginia?
Well, look, it's a complete outrage, and it further erodes the trust between the American people and the Justice Department. I mean, this is tyranny. It's funny. The Democrats claim that they are acting, and it's not just Democrats. The establishment Republicans are secretly cheering this on because they hate more than anything the America First agenda. They are cheering on the fall of democracy by weaponizing this Justice Department. And it's a complete outrage, and I think it's all incumbent upon us to stand with President Trump at this crucial time and really call them out and call for severe reform to the Justice Department. And in West Virginia, I'm running to just be a delegate, but I will always advocate for clear and transparent government and a non-weaponization of government in West Virginia, because this has got to stop, because we have too many targets on our backs. We are really falling down as a country right now, domestically and internationally, and we don't have time for these antics.
Well, amen to that. And I do want to announce here today, we've done some deep dive research on you and your campaign, and we made a lot of phone calls to West Virginia. And our board is authorized me to announce today that you are officially endorsed by our veterans organization, and you have our full
Thank you so
endorsement.
much, sir.
You're welcome. And Michael, how can people find your website?
Sure. Go to allersforwv.com. allersforwv.com. That's ALLERS for WV.com. And look, Stan, it's a huge honor. I come from a family of veterans. My grandfather, one of my biggest influences, besides my father. My grandfather was a World War II vet. My uncle, a Vietnam War vet. My father-in-law, a Vietnam War vet. I come from a family of veterans. So this is really, really humbling. And I plan to fight for veterans in Charleston.
Well, we appreciate you, and we know you will. And we got to get you in there because, as you said, this has got to stop. So thank you, Michael, for your time. But we'll get this out in the press. Stan. You're very welcome. We'll talk again soon, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care now, brother.